Hello everybody and welcome back to Mario RPG Part 6. Anyways, now that we got what we needed from Roach Town, we're gonna head off and go on to the valley. But I really do like how the theme changes for, because earlier we saw that the place was all dark. I do like how the theme changes, it's all cheery and stuff, but, enough about that. Let's head on to Tadpole Pond, because we need to figure out where to, or actually, why did I come back to Tadpole Pond? I think I wanted to restock on some froggy drinks and stuff like that, yeah, most likely. But, later in the game, we'll be coming back to Tadpole Pond a lot more later in the game, and now we just gotta head on to Moleville, and we go to Moleville. So, there's an inn, obviously. I didn't really say this, but most towns and stuff will have inns. I don't think there's a single place in the game that doesn't have an inn. I think there's almost every place in the game has an inn, unlike, like if it's not a cave or something. I think most towns and areas and stuff have inns, so don't worry about, inns and stuff, because this game is chock full of them. But anyways, we have work pants and mega capes and stuff. Capes are for Geno, because Geno doesn't wear anything other than a cape, so just give Geno a cape. New weapon for Mario, punch glove, and a new item, work pants. Work pants is for everybody. Work pants doesn't increase, it increases your defense, but it increases your attack more. It's good for, I guess, a little, maybe 2 or 1 hour, like 2 hours or maybe 1 hour for the game, but you don't want to equip it, you don't want to have it kept equipped, because if you keep it equipped for a really long time, even to the end of the game, you're gonna get your ass kicked, because the enemies do a lot of damage, and work pants doesn't have good defense, it just gives you 10 attack, which is alright. But Bowser's randomly in Moleville, and I don't know what he's doing, he's just kinda here. But I guess, I don't know. What happened to his other team members? I guess they're all gone. Most of our allies have run off. We've only had the experience fighting Mario. These new guys are too much. I'm the biggest, baddest brute. But apparently it seems that Bowser's losing his team to, we're not really sure. They never describe it, and by the point of the game, they just kind of leave or whatever. I don't know. So, they're just marching off without any indication. And, oh dear, I sure hope the kids are okay. I know what you're feeling, but mopping around ain't gonna do a thing. So yeah, obviously over here, we have this situation where we just saw that lady talking about kids, I said chids, kids, and basically, there's kids stuck in this cave, I guess I could say that, because it's kind of like a mountain, but whatever, in this cave, and what we have to do is we have to save them, obviously, because we're Mario, and I say news, what news? Dyna took the kids to play, and then a huge mountain is crashing in, and they caved in, and now we have to go rescue them. Doi. And, the only way we can get in is by jumping on their shoulders, which I kind of find funny, but, yeah. And there's a lot of new enemies here, most of them are kind of annoying, and there's a random toad here saying there's a rare item hidden in the mines. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I've never really found the hidden item. Never really bothered, but whatever. What you might want to do right away is you might want to hit that spring, but don't hit the spring right away, but you might want to look around a little bit, because there's some battles you can run into and get some experience and stuff. But, anyways, we have a new enemy called Magmite. Magmite, all he does is, he has a high defense in terms of melee attacks, like physical attacks, but in terms of magic, he has a lot of, he's pretty weak to magic, so just use Mallow's Thunder for that reason, and you're good. These guys will die pretty quickly. They don't have that much health either. They have 30 or about 30 or something like that. They're not that hard, or they're not that hard either, because they don't do that much damage, and I don't think they cast spells. I think all they do is attack you, so that's really not that bad of a deal. Or that's not really big of a deal, but whatever. So 4 experience points, 2 coins. Yeah, you may see that a lot of the battles that I go into give us a really low amount of coins, but whatever. Sparky, all he does is he has a really low defense to everything. His attack is pretty poor, and actually, I don't know if his attack is pretty poor. I think it's maybe 10. I'm not sure, but that's it. And Bomb-Omb, all Bomb-Omb does is it runs into you and it explodes and hurts you, and that's it. it does a lot. It does a considerable amount of damage. Not serious. Like, I guess 12 is kind of serious. I'm not sure, but you know, it's just a small amount of damage that doesn't really like affect you in that like manner where you like, oh man, I need to re-heal everybody. The bomb only explodes on one character. It doesn't explode on more than one. But yeah, so I'd like to get there's a lot of battles here that I like running into, but some of you may not like that because there's a lot of enemies in here too, and that's kind of annoying since there's so many enemies and just so much stuff going on. Also, the fireballs like to pop in and out, so they're kind of random. They're not random in terms of like keep spawning. They're random because they like to pop in at like random areas and they like to bother you and stuff, and they can just catch you off guard. But anyways, I check around the mine. That spring you should jump on, because if you do, something will happen, and I'm gonna say it right now. Croco will come back, and Croco will take all your items. Not like equipment, the items you have equipped. He will take the items you have in your inventory, like mushrooms, and first he'll take your coins, and then when you fight him, he takes your like your mushrooms and stuff. But enough about that. These new enemies, I think it was like, I forgot the name, like Crystalline or whatever. They're very dangerous. Not because they cast magic spells. They have a fucking move like called, I forgot what it was called. It was like, it was, I don't know what the move was called, but it knocks out one of your party members instantly, and they can kill you if I think it's always two of these guys max in a battle. I'm not sure if it's 3. Yeah, it's Psych. Psych knocks out one of your party members instantly. They're dead, like that. So, yeah, and obviously as those guys use Psych again, I lost 2 of my party members, but it's alright, they come back. I forgot to mention, if your party members get knocked down in a fight, they come back with 1 health, and you don't have to revive them or anything, which I do like, but you do have to revive them in battle because they don't come back up, which, for obvious reasons, you know. So, I'm pretty much looking around, talking to the mole, saying, what, a bomb, you know, like that. So, like I said, Croco has a bunch of bombs, because, you know, Croco's a thief and stealing a bunch of stuff. So, obviously, we need to go back and jump on that spring, but I don't realize this immediately, because I keep forgetting, because most of the time when I see those springs, I think of a way, like an exit, and then I remember, oh wait, the spring takes me back, or makes the cutscene appear, because, you know, I'm in a mountain. How is it going to send me, like, flying out, unless, like, Mario drilled a way through? But, I think after a couple seconds, I get the realization to go back and whatnot. Geno, I recommend, when he levels up, always do POW. Mario, do POW. Geno, always do POW. You know, because it increases defense and attack, which I do recommend. For Mallow, either a special attack or POW, because it doesn't really matter. HP, I don't know why anybody would do that unless you wanted like 999 HP or 1,000 or some stupid crap, because I really find it stupid. I don't think you really need that much HP, because your armor is enough to protect you for most of the things that the enemies dish out on you. So yeah. I also like to mention that every new party member you get may be 1 level above you or around your level, so I think it's programmed that they're always going to be, like, a specific level when you get them. Like, Geno's always going to be 6, so if you were, like, 8 or 9, he would still be 6, so you could either be 6 or something. I don't know why you'd be 8 by that time. You'd probably destroy Valier, but whatever. So, Croco. Coins! Coins! Beautiful coins! As we saw, Croco's pretty much stealing our stuff. Asshole. Oh no, he took the coins! And Croco's gotta get those coins back. So what we gotta do is we gotta go follow Croco in this direction. Hey boys, I've got a bomb so pretty much, Croco has bombs, and he's blowing up this wall. So, now what we gotta do is we gotta chase after Croco. Like, imagine it like, cat and mouse, like, no, I guess like cat and mouse. You just gotta keep chasing him until you actually touch him. It's not like the thing we saw earlier. Actually, that was cat and mouse. Yeah, the thing we saw earlier was like where we had to get him behind his back, but now we actually have to catch up to him and touch him to contact like a battle or to start a battle. Like right here. I think Croco himself, he's still the same in terms of battle input. He's still the same. He just has a higher damage input for obvious reasons. But other than that, I don't think he's any harder. He's not any easier. I guess he's about the same. So Mallow obviously doesn't do good offense to him. You can use Thunder if you want or whatever. You can use Fire. I'm not sure if it's effective like it was before, because by this point in the game, Mario's melee attacks are really powerful. They do like 70 to fucking 80 damage. They're really strong, and oh man, Mario's really powerful. So, Geno might be the only one who, like I said earlier in the last part, Geno's probably the only one who's going to give you trouble, because Geno's defense is so low in terms of melee and like magic attacks and stuff like that, so it's really an issue sometimes. But not for this one. It might screw you up for this if he keeps throwing bombs at Geno, because it's going to do more damage than Mario or Mallow. And I don't know if you want to use mushrooms. I like using HP Rain because I like keeping stock of my mushrooms, because you can just heal up on a flower mix or whatever, and then you can just get more flower points back. And then instead of having the waste mushrooms, you could just waste flower points. So yeah. Halfway through the battle, Croco will take, like I said earlier, Croco will take your items, mushrooms and stuff and whatnot. So if you're running out of flower points, mind that, and try not to run out of flower points. But for me, it didn't really matter, because Mario was already at full health, and so Geno doesn't do that much. He does a decent amount of damage, but Mario does a load more than Mario. If Mario's alive, it's all good, because Mario can take out Croco really easily. So yeah. Mallow, at this point in the game, his melee becomes kinda bad, and I mean, well, I shouldn't say kinda, it becomes pretty bad, because as we see Geno and Mario doing like 30 to 80 damage, Mallow's sticking behind with like a 4 and whatnot. But yeah. Croco himself, this is one of the last encounters we ever have with him. We don't see him until much later into the game, which I find pretty awkward, because I do like... I'm not saying that Croco's good in terms of who he is. I just wish there was more of Croco to like understand why he's here or what he's doing. But I'm not sure. They never really like go deep enough into it. They just kind of have him as a random character. I guess it's for the best, I assume. But now that we picked up a bomb, we can go finally blow up that wall that was blocking our path. And we got 2 flower boxes, which I didn't use, and I use those immediately, because holy shit, look how many flower points we have now. It's a lot, and that's going to be really helpful. I think this cave, overall, it's not confusing. It's pretty simple in terms, it's pretty linear. There's not that many points in the game where it's unlinear. The only time I think that ever happened was Geno's Maze, and that wasn't even unlinear either. That was just like scripted programming to go like left, straight, right, whatever. But you know, it's the only part in the game where I think it's gonna be kind of confusing, because you'd have to memorize that. But anyways, you want to go down this track right here, because if you do, a Shy Guy will push you with a minecart, and you're gonna get a frog coin out of this, which is good, because frog coins because you need to buy crystalline and stuff like power up or crystalline, which, like, you know, increase your defense and whatnot. So it's just gonna overall it's just gonna be like better, so you can increase your defense in boss battles, and just make sure that you're not gonna die and your characters aren't dead. And another star, thank God, because stars are really cool and they're great. I love stars in this game. They're beautiful because they just give you so much experience. But yeah, there's also a couple of chests in this place. I don't think we've seen that many chests before in the forest maze. I don't think we saw that many, actually. I think there was barely any. But yeah, we're coming up to the boss pretty soon, because it's the end of the cave. That's not much of a spoiler. It's just saying that it's the end of the cave. So I decided to heal up. Don't do that, because right next to the save point is a mushroom, and that gives you back all your flower points and health. So I just kind of wasted my mushroom right there. But whatever. I got another flower. That's good for me. 33 instead of 32. So that guy, what a douche. You want to walk beside him, not right in front of him, because if you do, he's going to knock you back. But anyways, good day. Well, the name's Nello. Punchinello. Punchinello? Never heard of ya. Well, they say I'm a hothead, but I'll show them. You will make me famous. So long. Anyways, Punchinello, I don't remember if this guy does any melee attacks. He does summon bomb-bombs, and they do a lot of damage. For Mallow, what you want to do is you want to keep like he does this. He throws a bunch of bomb-bombs, and they all attack, and they do. This can really screw up your party. So you want Mallow to immediately take these guys out with thunder. And Punchinello himself, he does melee attacks. I do remember because those hands, they like attack you. But I don't remember if Punchinello does a lot of damage. The more you get, let's say the more damage you do to Punchinello, the more he'll get bigger bomb-bombs. For example, we'll see bigger ones and bigger ones to the point of where it's gonna like literally take up 1/3 of the screen almost. Not bad, not bad. Now let's up the ante. So, you know, pretty much now he's pretty much saying that, okay, you guys are kicking my ass, I need to get more bigger bomb-bombs to do more damage. And this is where the game might give you some trouble. Not for me, because at this point, I don't know if I still have a couple of Froggy Drinks, which I still recommend buying for this point, because, you know, Froggy Drinks 30 HP. Not that many people have 30 HP, like 50. 30 HP is a lot to heal up with. And, overall, I think Sandstorm, well, I'll explain Sandstorm later. I think that, this boss fight isn't that difficult, and you shouldn't, if your party member gets knocked out, that's fine, because you still have some pick-me-ups. But, anyways, Sandstorm does this to the characters. It makes them shake, and that means they do less damage, and that they, have lower, I think they have lower defense, but I know they do less damage for a fact. And it's alright with Mallow, it's not alright with Mario and Geno, because obviously Mario does a lot of damage for physical attacks, and Geno does a lot of damage for physical attacks, so it's not alright. See, Geno will do 25 when he usually did like 30 or 50 or something. And Mario is going to normally do 66 or really a lot of damage. But, honestly, this boss fight isn't that hard, and Froggy Drinks and Pick-Me-Ups will make sure that you're going to win. You're not going to need Crystalline for this boss fight. It's not that big of a deal. I wouldn't use Crystalline at all in the beginning of the game. Maybe this boss fight if you're having trouble with the game. Maybe if this boss fight, because this boss fight might be difficult for new players. I'm not so sure, but just have Mallow use HP Rain on the characters, and like let's say if one character has low HP, do it for that. But if all the characters have low HP, obviously use a Froggy Drink. Why waste it when there's, a singular character with like 1 health left, and when you can just use Mallow to do that? Grr, it's clobbering time! So now he just made huge bomb-bombs with no animation whatsoever. Now, these guys, I think they're gonna do like 2 or 3 more damage than regular bomb-bombs. And, yeah, like 2 or 3 more damage, so like, instead of like 12, it's gonna be like 19 and stuff. Also, I think I stated this earlier, but timed hits, the button when you defend, sometimes it's really cool too. When you defend, sometimes it'll do less damage, and sometimes it'll just do absolutely 0. And 0, holy shit, that is so good. I don't even know if that's because of your accuracy. I think that's just because of, like, I'm not sure, but when that happens, you're like, oh, thank God, I didn't get hit at all. But anyways, I must be dreaming. I'm ruined. I didn't want to do this, but now I have no choice. I think he's bluffing. Simmer down, Fluffy. I'm not gonna waste this on you. Who knows what might happen? Take your best shot. And Mario just nods. Enough! I've got my pride. Now you're in for it. And, what's going on? Huh? What the hey? Why isn't it working? And obviously the boss fight ends here, so obviously as the music goes away. Mario, if this thing explodes, we're history! Yeah, don't worry, we'll see really soon what's gonna happen to, was that coal that just hit the, oh god, no! Oh, explosion. Holy crap. But, we turned out to be perfectly fine. What on the earth was that? Well, we won the battle. Hope we didn't lose the war. So where's the star that Dyna left? So it's just right there, and it was just leaning on the cardboard, or not the cardboard, the board of wood. So let's pick it up. Come on, Mario, let's go! And yeah. now that we got our 3rd star, which actually was pretty quick, we got our 3rd star right after we got our 2nd one. It seems like the game is going pretty fast. I would say it's going pretty fast. But anyways, now that we got our 3rd star, we can progress. And now we achieved a lot. We've got a 3rd star, we finished Mole Town, we saved the kid, and I hope to see you all in part 7. Enjoy.